thought about buying a new house, you know, one that has everything perfect, it smells clean, it's new, you get to pick the carpeting, you get to pick the color of the walls, the color of the doorknobs? A lot of people find it very exciting to buy a new house. And so let's talk about that today. Let's talk about some of the things that as a home buyer of new construction that you need to know. In every home sale, there is a buyer and a seller. Now sometimes everyone agrees on every point. It's rare, but it happens. Most of the time, conflicts will arise. And so what you need to understand when you go into a new home model to meet with that sales professional who is so pleasant and charming and outgoing and who puts you at ease immediately. They may offer you water, they'll tell some jokes, and you feel very comfortable with that person. What I want you to remember is that that person is a lovely person, and they will only tell you the truth. They are usually a licensed realtor, unless they're working for a really big home builder, and they will always tell you the truth, but they do not represent you. They do not represent your interests, and you cannot depend upon them to look out for you. Now, home builders have sales agents that handle the sales, and they have included in their business plan 3% that they will pay to an agent who brings a buyer to the new home model. Okay? That doesn't cost you anything. The builder pays agents to bring buyers to their sales model. Now, if you want to take advantage of using an agent to represent you in the purchase of your new home, you have to tell them that your very first visit. Now, you've probably gone to new home construction sites before. You fill out a little bit of paperwork. They're going to ask you your name, your address, how long you've been looking, your telephone number, and you may have done this before. One of the things they ask you is, are you working with an agent? Yes or no. If the answer is yes, you write in your agent's name. Now, very frequently people go and they just have no idea what that means or what's happening. You may think that the sales agent wants to call you later and see what you thought of the home. That might happen, but what's actually happening is they are discerning at that moment whether or not they're going to save 3%. Are they going to have to pay 3% to an agent who is working with you, or do they get to save 3% by you being unrepresented? That's not where you want to be. So you need to be prepared to write down the name of who you're working with if you happen to be out looking at new construction and you are not with your agent. So let's get together and let's talk about the different cities in Hampton Roads. There are a lot of different cities. I've lived here all my life. I can help you figure out the pros and cons. Let's look at where you work. And let's look at traffic patterns and how much time you're willing to spend in traffic. Let's look at the school districts. I am a former elementary school teacher. I know a lot about the schools. I know a lot about test scores. I can help you figure out what would be the best schools for your children. If you don't have children, you still need to know that because that does affect your home's value. So let's get together, let's talk about that and what I can do for you, and it would be my pleasure to help guide you in purchasing your new home. Also, I can talk to you about resale homes that are in the same general area that may show just as nice as the new construction if you really want that new construction feel, but you don't have time to wait for something to be built. And so when you're ready to go look at that sales model, be sure that you take a licensed realtor with you. Someone who is in your corner, someone who is looking out just for you. Don't go into a sales model unarmed. I'm Margaret Bounds, and it would be my pleasure to help you look for your new home. So let's chat about where you are, where you want to be, and how I can get you there.